Welcome back, Potato Heads. We are joined here by Kosher Bill, myself, Donkey, and whatever we're calling Cherry Picker for the day. We are going to be reacting to the Lord of the Rings or Rings of Power Season 3 trailer, the teaser trailer, that is. We're just kind of going on a journey of different shows, movies, and things like that that we want to watch, and also videos of stuff that we want to learn about. So this one is we're going to be reacting to the Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. Um, I don't know as much as I would even say the average Lord of the Rings fan, but I've been enjoying the Rings of Power, and I feel like the Rings of Power was made for me. So I know a lot of people hate on it, but just for the fun of watching it has been a ton of fun watching the first 2 seasons. So yeah, just as a, casual viewer experience, it's been awesome. So I'm looking forward to checking out the trailer. And if we miss anything, let us know down in the comments. Let's get it.
Now is the mighty hour come. The Dark Lord is on the brink of crafting a new power. One ring to rule them all. He's got armies scouring Middle-earth. Middle-earth will burn.
Hey,
Has it not yet occurred to you? Death might well be the price of saving it. Trying to get back to you. There are no friends of Mordor here.
that's a Nazgûl.
Come with me. The Dark Lord. We have to stop him. The shadow rises in Middle-earth. How would you like to rise with it?
The ring. I'm
All right.
hyped.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I haven't read any of the stuff outside of like I haven't read Lord of the Rings actually. I've only read The Hobbit,
Oh,
so I
really?
don't. But yeah, um, I don't know. I mean, it looks good.
It
I mean,
does. It looks good. It looks like we're gonna see him making the ring, which is interesting.
I saw that.
I know that the show has been operating on like an accelerated timeline because
yeah,
I
because
think a
the
lot of
time
the
it,
events happen over like hundreds of years, and
Mm.
they've condensed it down to a much briefer period. It seems like.
And these events, like, I mean, they of course they occurred, but there's also Amazon is using some creative liberties in
all right.
the
When I
telling
don't
of the
know.
story.
Yeah, and
It's true.
I'm not even sure how much was. I don't know. Is it considered that the entire story is told, or is like my understanding was that like pre-Hobbit days stuff is kind of like I don't know. I guess I don't know how fleshed out the whole story is. Fleshed out. I mean, yeah, and
I think.
that's
Go ahead.
one of my. Sorry, go ahead.
I haven't read the Silmarillion. I've meant to. I don't think it's, and I'm not sure, but I don't think it actually touches on like directly on this portion of the story.
Mm.
But I think a lot of the details are there.
Mm.
Like I think Tolkien had a lot of the history mapped out. So there's sort of like a roadmap, at least, for what's supposed
And
to happen.
they're just
And
connecting the dots now.
right, because like the history of Middle Earth takes place over like centuries or maybe thousands of years. Like Mordor's whole, not Mordor, sorry, Sauron's whole thing of making the rings and then making the One Ring. I think that's supposed to happen over like several centuries.
Hmm.
But I think in the show they have it happening pretty quickly together, it seems like. I think a lot of events are being sort of condensed that didn't actually happen right at the
Mhm.
same time, for the sake of storytelling.
Right,
Mhm.
and
Which,
what's good in a book may not be good in a movie. Yeah,
right?
so that's understandable. That's actually one of my concerns whenever they announced this, was just that I was hoping that they kind of had pretty much had the whole thing planned out to some degree, because I was worried that like if it's a successful show, they could just keep making more seasons. And it's like there's a finite amount of information that we have happening between, from,
Yeah,
and I was just hoping that they don't just like keep it dragging on and making up stuff just to keep it going.
Yeah.
It's kind of hoping like have have a goal, have maybe a number of seasons in mind, or at least a number of episodes or whatever, and kind of shoot for
I
that.
think they've always planned, at least from what I've heard, for there to be 5 seasons.
Okay.
I think
Okay, yeah.
so. I think they did have a storyline plotted out for the whole thing.
I feel like for me, I agree. I think they should definitely have like an end goal, um, instead of just continuing to, kind of just be like, oh, we have this little
Base,
tidbit of information. Let's make a series on this. We have this tidbit of information. Because I feel like then you fall into the trap of, I mean, The Walking Dead is kind of in that trap where it just seems like that show just is going on and on and on and on and on with no real end in sight. And then you kind of wear yourself out from it.
I'm like hated
based
it.
on how the based on how the show's going, I feel like it's probably going to end with Sauron being killed, the ring getting taken away by Isildur, right? Yeah.
You
Mm,
Like I feel like if he's already making the ring, it's season 3, and there's supposed to be 2 more seasons. Seems like probably what they're building to.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's good. That's good. I mean, I will say, like, I really enjoyed the first season. The second season, I don't know why, it just seemed kind of boring. Like I made it through it, but something about it. I mean, there were definitely interesting parts, but I just didn't follow it as closely. I don't think I just didn't keep my attention as well as the first season did.
Yeah, the first
So
season I was locked
Yeah,
in.
I think season 1 was more engaging because there were questions, right? Like we were all theorizing about who's the stranger. We were pretty sure it was Gandalf, but didn't know 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And
We were,
I,
you know,
I feel like there's this kind of, I don't know. I think this is kind of a trend, especially with TV shows having a little bit more artistic license than movies nowadays. Like movies, you pretty much have to stick to the same formula and whatnot. So I understand like maybe TV shows are more desirable, at least from a production standpoint, if you want to have some more artistic license. But my concern is like I feel like with these like 40 minute to 60-minute long episode TV shows that are based off of other material, what you end up with is a 10-hour season, like a 6 to 10 hour season that really would have been better served to be a 2.5 hour movie or whatever. Like if it's just, I want it to be good substance, not just, substance. So,
yeah,
I don't,
it's interesting. I feel like there's like a balance because sometimes you have the right amount of content that the whole season is worth it. Like I think Game of Thrones pulled that off pretty well, at least at the start. We won't
Oh
talk
yeah.
about how it went later. But you can also stretch things out too far. I mean, you can do that with movies too. The Hobbit.
No,
yeah.
I was gonna say I was gonna say the third Spider-Man movie.
Um, Well, yeah, and that was, I mean, are you talking about No Way Home?
Yeah.
That,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, and that one. Yeah, I mean, I hate to say that because there was so much awesome about it, and I love that they got all three Spider-Men in there together and whatnot, and all the villains. But at the same time, I did feel like if they could have cut 20 minutes out of it or something, I think I would have liked it even more. It did, and I know that might be heresy to some people. Sorry, but you don't want that. I mean, I don't feel like you want that. You don't want to have the audience thinking, "Oh, this could have been shorter." um,
But e- e- either way, just like I guess
the
the potato heads don't
production's
know,
great.
but
Yeah,
Fast and Furious and Rush Hour are my favorite movies, and I just enjoy being entertained during a movie. Um, and I feel like The Ring of Power has done that for me. Like it is just it's something that's entertaining to watch. So I love
One
it.
thing that I remember as a kid is that like fantasy and sci-fi. I could not get into a whole lot of fantasy and sci-fi TV shows because the production value was so low, because the budgets weren't very high, and also I mean effects were not what they are now.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like mid '90s and late '90s, that kind of thing. Um, and so it is exciting that we get TV shows that like have like full budgets and like are just really great production value. And I mean, if you could look past that, then some of those TV shows. I mean, and I'm not saying that every sci-fi or fantasy show that's come out in the last 20 years has had great production, and that doesn't mean that it wasn't a good show. But I have enjoyed the increased production value of the Rings of Power. So it's kind of like a movie, and it's kind of like getting a movie, even though it's
Mhm.
smaller chunks. So that's I've been enjoying that.
Yeah, I mean, fantasy shows, I feel like special effects can really elevate them.
Yeah.
Like, you can have really good fantasy shows even without great special effects. Like BBC's Merlin. Looking back at it, some of that CGI is pretty rough, but I still love that show. But I mean, like, the effects in Rings of Power are so far past what they had back then.
They built a city and destroyed it. It's crazy.
Well, anyway, thanks for stopping by, Potato Heads. Hope you enjoyed this. If you have any ideas of what we should review in the future, react to, then please let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay crispy.